Hello, hello. We are live. Ba-boom. All right. So today we are going to be working on more nether type things, but we're not going to be working on the nether hub per se. I don't want to get burnt out on it, so I'm going to take just a little bit of a breather. But we are going to be working on other nether type things. So we are going to be going to the nether, exploring, digging, lots of digging. Like an unfortunate amount of digging. Yeah, it's going to be a little ridiculous how much digging we're going to do. So, yeah, prepare for the unfortunate amount of digging. But we're going to, we're just going to go ahead and hop in. All right. Let's do a couple quick checks before we go. No new follows since last time, which is okay. I'm chewing on dots. Because I love dots. I love gummy candy. It doesn't necessarily love me, but I love gummy candy. Dots, Laffy Taffy, Airheads. So good, but like hurts my teeth. Twizzlers. Ugh, Twizzlers. Red vines are good, but I'm a big fan of Super Rope. I don't know if you've ever had Super Rope. It's so good. It's so cheap tasting. Delicious. Ooh, we are going to do a little bit of harvesting and some silk touching of just the different sized clusters. Because we can. Is that all of that? No, but Super Ropes, so good. Our Sam's Club here in town used to sell like a box that had like 30 feet. And you would like, it wasn't like 30 continuous feet. It was like separated out in like 2 or 3 foot like sections. And whenever my wife would go to Sam's Club, I would be like, I would like some Super Rope, please. And she would buy me a box of Super Rope, and that was like my snack. That was my little candy snack. And I love Super Rope. Super Rope is so good. Look at all of these clusters here and the different kinds of amethyst buds we have. So, I'm just kind of collecting them. Every once in a while, I come down in here, and if it hasn't been harvested in a while, like we've got a lot of shards, we're good for a little bit. And we are letting it just run continuously, so we will get the necessary shards, but also we can come in and get this for decoration purposes. So you can see what we have here, the different growth phases of the amethyst clusters. Good for decoration. What are your guys' favorite kind of candies? Like, I also like dark chocolate. Milk chocolate is good. It's fine. But for me, dark chocolate, it's where it's at. Usually, the darker the chocolate, or like the higher the now and laters. Oh man, what is up, mac and cheesy? Yeah, now and laters are great. Now and laters are so good. I recently got my daughters interested in now and laters. Like, we'll have Starbursts and stuff at home, but every once in a while we'll get some now and laters, and they really like them. They're more firm. Like, it takes a little bit more. Like, you don't necessarily just want to chew on them. Sometimes you just want to suck on them. But yeah, they are good stuff. I enjoy now and laters. Mambas are really good if you've ever had mambas. I suggest trying mambas out. They're a nice middle ground between Starbursts and now and laters. Mambas are good. They're like, to me, mambas always felt like gas station candy. Like, there's certain candy that you would only see at like sketchy gas stations, and not for any particular reason other than the fact that they probably, I don't know, like, it was probably just like different clientele had different interests, and so different things sold well. But I always attributed mambas to like sketchy gas stations. You've had them. You had a mango one, and it was terrible. Not 100%. Keep an eye out for them. Yeah, they have different flavors. I like mango, and I like the taste of like artificial mango too. I like mango candy, mango drinks, and things. I like it more than like orange. Like if orange, like I know a lot of those citrusy drinks or even flavors have orange as a base because it's cheaper. But I like mango. Mango's good. Apricot things are good too. Apricot flavored things. We are just gonna see how much we could fill up. So we've already got a row. So I need to put an overflow system in here, and I just have not done that yet. But super ropes, my jam, my favorite things. And I haven't had them in so long. What initially got me into super rope wasn't even eating them. It was seeing them being used in like a generic way in the movie Wayne's World 2, I think. I think Garth eats them in Wayne's World 2. It's in one of the Wayne's World movies. Garth eats, he calls it just red rope licorice. And I was like, oh, that looks delicious. Because I like Twizzlers and things. I was like, oh, I love, oh, you love Wayne's World? Yes, they're so good. I had a big crush on Cassandra. When, in the first one, when Mike Myers rolls his belly, like does like the belly wave thing, I was like in 2nd grade, and I was like, I must learn how to do this. And so I practiced it, and my mom would make me show people. It was so embarrassing, but she would make me show people. Yeah, it was funny. It's funny now. So I've been growing some mangrove wood, and it's a pain to chop down. But that's where I got all these mangrove roots from. But yeah. Do I have gold armor? I do have a little bit there. Let's see. We can take you out. Actually, let's melt you down. While you're being melted down, let's do this and make ourselves some booties. Oh, I dumb. There we go. I was wondering, why is that not working? There we go. All right, we are going to go enchant this stuff up. So it is like halfway decent. You can keep mending. Okay. So we need. All right, hold on. Let's get this all figured out. All right, let's grab some paper and get some trades going. Trash can is ticking over. No, but the Wayne's World movies were so good. And like most movies that were from like my childhood, I'm always scared to rewatch them. Because most movies of that era are super problematic. Super problematic. And a lot of it you could kind of excuse for it being of the time. Yeah, I don't know, it's just one of those things where like I don't want to excuse it because it being wrong, it can be objectively wrong in any time. I guess my thing is me accepting that it was acceptable to be that wrong back then. I think that's the hard part for me. All right, so we need 3 more mendings. Where's my mending? Put over here. 1, 2, 3. All right, and let's do. We need fire protection. White Chicks is so bad, but that was the humor that was prevalent when the movie came out. Yeah. There is a newer movie coming out with Jennifer Lawrence, and it is one of those where it's like she plays like an adult, like she is a full-on like adult, like in her late 20s or early 30s, who is looking for like money, and so she essentially takes money from this family to like get their nervous, shy boy to be more interested in girls or be more popular. Essentially, they're paying her to date their son, which is already kind of weird, but then mixed in with the fact that like it looks like the son is 18, because it makes it seem like he's in college or going from high school to college or something, and they want him to be cool, but it just reeks of like this creepy predator behavior, and like you already know what the storyline is gonna be. Like, at first he won't like her, and then she will only think about it as money, but in the end they will develop an attraction for each other, like, or just go their separate ways. And it just, I don't know, it seems a little meh to me. Yeah, and it I don't know, there's something about it that makes it feel very 2005. Now I'm gonna have to look for it. What is it called? Jennifer Lawrence. movie. Latest movie. No Hard Feelings is what it's called. And it looks bad. Like, and I'm sure, like, they're wanting it to be a quirky romance movie, but it just reeks of, like, creepy predator kind of humor that kind of like the she's all that kind of idea where it's like, oh my gosh, the attractive girl took off her glasses and took her ponytail out and now she's beautiful. Like, I don't know. And it some of it's just kind of critiquing the movies of that time. But man, this feels like a movie from 2005. It just, I don't know. And I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, like, especially actors and actresses who are like, I need a paycheck. But you also have, like, a choice, kind of, especially when you're at that level. Like, I understand, like, a paycheck's a paycheck. But again, you do have that choice to a certain extent on what projects you can choose to go after. So sometimes it's tough for me to have sympathy for that. But that movie just reminds me of those movies from that era. All right, I need 2 production 4 books. Have you seen After Sun? I don't think so. Should I father 20 years earlier? Oh, that looks interesting. It looks very interesting. Huh. Movie feel like a new person, I swear. Huh. I really like movies that make you, like, those kind of introspective, like, you really you feel like you got your money's worth. Even if you're watching it, like, on Netflix or something, like, you really feel like, oh, wow. Like, sometimes it's hard for movies to do that. So introspective and beautiful, Jaws on the floor. I'll have to check it out. I like some of the bigger, like, tentpole movies that have done that has been, like, Interstellar. Just because it's a love story, but it's also like this giant sci-fi picture that has this interesting aspect of the villain is the progress of humanity, but also the hero is the progress of humanity. And some of the conflict is through physics, like the thing that keeps them from achieving their goals at first is the science and the physics of time dilation, where it is keeping these families apart and these people apart, and you're literally watching your daughter, grow 40 years, while you've been gone. What feels like you've been gone for weeks, and it's so heartbreaking. And just watching people cry on screen always gets me, but like watching stereotypically like masculine men get really heartbroken, and get teary-eyed, and kind of seeing how that kind of trade onto or into traditional masculinity and how it is handled. But you better roll the jet if you watch after some. Yeah, like I imagine, like I'm a crier during movies sometimes, like, and when it happens, I'm just like, "Ah." It's like ugly cry. Like one that really got me, and like it surprised people when I said it. If you've ever watched Love, Simon, Josh Duhamel plays the dad, and there's a point where the character comes out to his dad, and his dad almost like he was happy. Oh my gosh. Like the whole thing is about a young man who is like kind of coming out, and he hasn't been able to really come out in his own way. And so there's a lot of that. And his father is played by Josh Duhamel, who plays these pretty like traditional like masculine roles, and he plays a very like fun dad, kind of loose on rules but still firm. And the way that his son comes out to him, the way he reacts to it, like the way he looks at his son is like, I'm happy for you, but also, did you hide it from me because you thought I wouldn't be happy for you, kind of a thing. Like, it's when you are trying your best to be progressive and accepting, tolerant, at the very least tolerant, but just accepting parent, and you know that you would accept your kid for whoever they loved or whoever they are. If you then realize that your child didn't feel comfortable telling you who they are, who they loved, it would make you instantly like think back and like reflect, like, oh my gosh, have I not been projecting that acceptance? Have I not been creating this accepting environment? And like he's happy, he's sad, he's hurt, like all in one face. And it just, it is gut-wrenching. It'll make you cry. Guaranteed. Yeah, it was just one of those things where I didn't know how to feel, because it was just so intense. And seeing an actor like Josh Duhamel, who plays those very traditional masculine roles, convey that kind of emotion on screen was just amazing. And like he does it in just this quick kind of reaction, and it's a great scene. That whole movie is really good. It's a little on the nose, but I think it does a really good job at telling a love story from today's world, and how kids today have different opinions, whether we believe that those opinions are morally correct or not, how they have different opinions about people and who they love. So it shows both, like, the whole spectrum of people who are accepting and those who aren't. And those who maybe aren't accepting, but aren't accepting in like a overt bashing way, just more of they only respond in jokes and immaturity. Like they may not have some sort of overt malice, but they aren't being kind. They're just being jerks in how they are reacting. Like they're teasing too hard, they're bullying too hard, but it may not be a I don't accept you kind of bullying. It may be a, well, that's just different than me, so I'm gonna bully. If that makes sense. Like, it isn't so much a bigotry bully as it is a... See a lot for where you're from. Yeah, if I remember correctly, you said you're like Maine, the Maine area. Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from, even though Maine is a northern state and, you know, an East Coast state can be seen as progressive in a lot of ways, it's also very white, so there's not a lot of, you know, innate diversity. So it might be really difficult for people to understand that diversity without being exposed to it. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know if it was a TikTok or someone who was talking about how a lot of white advocates and allies, quote unquote, are... Portland is very open and progressive and accepting, but outside Portland is pretty closed off and not as accepting. I could understand that. I could see that, especially with like rural areas in general. But I watched a video where someone explained it as, for a lot of white people who want to be allies or want to be accepting, they are really good at being really accepting from a distance. Whereas they, as long as they don't interact, as long as they don't have to interact so much, or as long as they don't actually have to put in a lot of that work, they are completely fine saying that they are an ally or an advocate. But the moment that they are involved, or the moment that they actually have to do something, is when their advocacy and allyship wanes. Unfortunately. So it's just one of those things where having that explained to me really opened my eyes to the people who talk about being accepting and progressive versus actually doing those things to be accepting and progressive. So, like, for instance, like, I teach in a predominantly black school. I, you know, have tried my best to be a very accepting and progressive person, but it is a different kind of effort being in a school where I am an advocate within the school for my students every day. And it is a different realization. Like, it's a different realization that I've had to have to be like, okay, just talking about it wasn't working before. Or just talking about it doesn't work in the real world. You actually have to do it. You actually have to, like, put your money where your mouth is and actually step up and do the right thing and be that advocate. I have decided we need to make another chest. An ender chest, not nether chest. That's not a thing. How do you make those? How do you make ender chests? Oh, it's not there. How do you make it? 5 ender with obsidian. Okay. Okay. And we can go get some of these. Oh, we actually have some. Never mind. We need a obsidian. Ooh. Trying to think of where we could get some obsidian. I didn't realize that gearing up made a sound. That is super cool. I didn't even realize that. It's one of those things you just overlook, I guess. Totally didn't even realize that gearing up made a sound. But we do need some obsidian. Where to find obsidian? I guess we could make some. It's not the most efficient way of doing it, but we can make some. All right, let's go make some obsidian. Okay, that's stone. How do you do obsidian? Is it... Wait a minute. I'm not dumb, I swear. There we go, and then do one of these. Okay, I am dumb. I have officially decided I am dumb. I am the dumb. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to place these like these and go boom, boom, boom. 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 No. Boom. All right. Done. Takes forever to get obsidian. All right. Let's do it again. 4. 5, 6, 7. 8. 'There we go. The blocks. Okay, so that should be 2. If I did my math. All right, let's go put these back. Put you over there. Actually, we could put boom, boom. And we can pour you back into the water. No. Go back. Go back. Go back. No, go back. Into the water. Into the boat. Go back in the boat. Into the boat. Ugh. No. There we go. All right, let's wheel you back over here. There we go. No, thank you. All right. Ba-boom. Put you there. Put you there. And let's put you right here. All right. And let's put this stuff on. And let's put this stuff in here. Okay. I think we have everything we need. Ooh, we can get soul torches, and that'll keep the hoglins away. Look at that cool nether portal. And the dragon, who kind of looks like a dog. A little bit. Like, there's his claw. That's his mouth, but he kind of looks like a puppers. The dragon puppers. Oh, I forgot we put a lot of this crying obsidian in over here. I forgot something. We need chests. We need chests. So instead of just bringing chests, let's just bring the wood. And then we can make our own stuff there. And then if we need more storage, we can throw stuff in the ender chest. Huh. Alright, so let's put some of these around to help deter some nonsense. I hear some squonkies. Some squonkiness. Oh, there you are. There's a couple. Okay, we'll keep you there. I mean, I don't mind. Squirk. Cooked pork chop. Okay. So the lava isn't far down below. Squirty. Oh, there's a little one. All right, so let us begin. There we go. So we went netherite hunting here. The gold. The gold. So we already have kind of a good stair step down. Ooh, this is the lava level. Okay. Let's put some stuff down here. Grab some of this, because we like this. Okay. And let's go ahead and start setting up shop. This would be a good place to do so. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Ah! Alright, so we want to clear out pretty much all this nonsense. So let's get to chopping. Can I shear you? Are you shearable? Or is it just hoeable? Because I did not bring a hoe. I guess I could make a cheap one. A cheap hoe. Haha. I am hilarious. Oh, that is a satisfying sound. Oh, yeah. Very satisfying. I like it lots. Oh, and look at all the gravel. Things are going to happen. If there's gravel, there's likely lava. Ooh, let's switch to Silk Touch for you. These gravel deposits are going to be great for making concrete later. Ooh, so what did I want to talk about today? Oh, I finished a book today. It's called The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. And it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It's about a boy named Bud, short for Nobody. And he was raised by ghosts and other supernatural things since he was like a toddler. Like just toddling and walking. And it was really cool. And the whole time I was reading it, and really when I finished it, is how has this not been optioned for a movie yet? Like, very, very, like, has a nice rounded kind of story. It, like, I don't know if there are more books in that world, but I wouldn't mind reading them. If it was just a one and done, totally fine with that. Totally fine with it being one and done if it is. But if not, totally into it. Let's just fill this one up with netherrack. This can be this nonsense. You can be this nonsense. And you can be this nonsense. There we go. Alright, let's bop you out a little bit. It's my phrase, bop you out. I don't know what it means. But that's what we're doing, is we're bopping it out. Oh, I love those satisfying sounds. Oh, big cough. Big cough. Look at all that netherrack so far. The next book I am going to read is another Neil Gaiman book, Stardust, which has a movie adaptation that I've seen like once. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And I get, so far, the books that I am reading, I'm listening to because I have a little bit of a commute to work, and so I get about 2 hours each day of solid listening. And that's what I use, is I just listen to audiobooks on my drive. And it's pretty good. I enjoy it. It's not a bad time. But I'm curious for Stardust because I may go and rewatch the movie afterwards, just because you know, I want to see what the differences are, how they adapted it. I always like to look and see what the authors thought of their adaptations, like their movie adaptations. Like, I know Stephen King isn't always particularly keen on on his movie adaptations. I thought hoglins weren't supposed to like these. Let's do a bad idea and dig straight up. Ah! Let me cover you up. Dig, dig, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. Oh, that is satisfying. There we go. Look at all this beautiful netherrack. I had myself come unmuted for a second. No lava pockets. Oh, spoke too soon. Huh. Go pick this up while that's resolving itself, hopefully. Let's go put some of this away. I'm excited. Tomorrow I have a big interview opportunity. And the reason why I say interview opportunity and not just interview, it's like a meet and greet for their faculty for the fine arts, and I think it might be music specifically. And they said that there would be an interview there, but they didn't tell me what exactly for. I teach elementary music, so it's really strange. And I kind of only voiced an interest in doing elementary music. I can do band and choir, K through 12, but I have no interest in doing band, orchestra, or choir above, 5th or 6th grade. So that's not really my wheelhouse. And the district that I got this invitation for, I've already applied to a lot of their elementary schools, and I've gotten turned down by some of them, while ghosted by others. Like, they didn't give me any sort of response. So I'm curious to see what tomorrow is going to look like. It might be a thing, because they are expanding. It might be a thing where they just have multiple opportunities available, and they're just kind of interviewing for all of those opportunities, which is totally fine. I'm hoping I'm chosen for something, because the current school I'm at, I don't plan to be there next year. And like most teachers, I'm not leaving because of the kids. The kids are hard and tough, but they are not the reason. No matter how difficult the behaviors get, they are not the reason that those behaviors are allowed to persist in a school environment. So I don't feel like it's like the ownership of me wanting to leave is me, and the reason for me wanting to leave is not on them. It's mostly on the system, that particular school system, for them. And the reason why I say system is because it's a public charter, so it's not like a school district per se. It functions in a lot of the same ways, but they have a lot more freedom, which is nice, but they also have a lot more freedom, which is not nice, because they don't do a lot of things that they should be doing, safety-wise, or like procedurally-wise. I'm hearing pig sounds. Ah! No. No. Oh. All that fire resist? Fire protection? Where did I put it? Breaking. Fire protection. On the legs. I need to put it on the feet, too. But that's okay. It worked out okay for me. Oh. Scary. Ooh, I hear gas, but I don't know if gas can spawn over here in this biome. Biome am I in? I'm in the Crimson Forest. I don't know if they can spawn over here. Not quite sure. We'll find out. I don't really plan on gas spawning in or not. Oh, we got to get political for a little bit. I saw today two talking heads or pundits from different ends of the political spectrum lost their jobs today. You know, I don't want anyone to lose their job, but they are fairly recognizable public figures, and they probably got good pensions or probably got good, what is that called? Severance, yeah. Probably got good severance packages out of the deal. It's usually what happens to news anchors. They get a pretty big severance package to kind of leave and be quiet. But yeah, Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon. It's interesting. I try to, and this sounds, I don't particularly seek out a lot of news broadcasts like that, just because, not because of the opinions behind them or even motivations, is that I don't want my understanding of the news to be colored by the opinion of the person delivering it. And like Fox News and a judge has said that you cannot trust what Tucker Carlson says, like legally. You can't trust it, because if you could, and what he said was fact, or what he said was in any way something to be believed, Fox would have to be held accountable. And so he is not a trustworthy news source. And Don Lemon, I'm not sure what, I think there was something with maybe some infidelity or some things going on between him and another anchor. I'm not sure. I think. I don't know. So I'm not particularly knowledgeable of any, sort of transgression that he had. But I just find it interesting that both of those came down on the same day. Like, I don't know. Conventional news has been taking the hit for a long time, especially with, the tech bubble of the internet in the 90s and early 2000s, and a lot of independent or even, like, very well-versed reporters and journalists kind of doing things on their own. Sans network. A lot of podcasters or streamers have become go-to megaphones or loudspeakers for your opinion or your news through a filter, because it's through their filter, their own perspective. Whether which way, where on the political matrix you fall. So it's always like, I find it interesting that traditional news networks have really lasted this long. It almost seems archaic at this point to rely on just one media of news. And not archaic as in you're old and you need to get with the times. Almost like archaic as in you need to make sure you stay up to date and relevant within that particular news cycle, because you may get outdated information if you wait for the 6 o'clock news. So it's always interesting to kind of see some of these shifts happen. And that isn't to say that, you know, this is any indication of, but I would be more than willing to guess that the rise of TikTok news sources and other non-TV news sources are have a part to play in a lot of how people digest news and accept news personalities and journalists. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Like, I watch the news to kind of stay up to date in certain things, but I try not to get a majority of the information through the pundit. I will have read things, which written media has its own filter as well, written news media. So I try to look at different articles that have things, like, especially if it's something that I'm super interested in or that I find super important. But it's definitely interesting to see where and what is happening with news and how people are digesting it. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I played my PlayStation VR 2. I bought it, and then I haven't really had a chance to really mess around with it. But I played around with it the other day, and there's not a lot of free stuff yet for the PlayStation VR 2, which is a shame. I felt like I got a lot of stuff with the first VR for PlayStation. The tie-in game, the Astro Bot game, was super cool because it was like a really interesting way to use the PlayStation 4 controller, using the touchpad on it, being able to interact in that 3D platformer environment. Like, you could peek around corners and help Astrobot in that way. Super cool. But there's a Horizon Zero Dawn game that I need to install. I got a free code for it. Or not a free code. I paid for the code because I got that version of the VR. But so I didn't do that, but I did download this cactus shooter game, and it is wildly bad. Like, and bad as in, it's not like a AAA kind of immersive game. It is a game that is very nausea-inducing. Oh my gosh. Like, I felt horrible after playing it. Like, my stomach hurt, I was dizzy. And it's a free game, and in the game, like, it's this guy, like, voices everything, and it's one dude made the game. So I have to give him props for that. Like, it's one guy made this whole game for PlayStation VR 2, and, like, it works. It is a functional game. You know, the assets in it are really blocky and ridiculous, but it kind of has its own niche aesthetic with that kind of very low-res look. But with that, it really throws your equilibrium off. So, I don't know. I don't want to write the VR2 off because I really enjoyed my original VR so much. In fact, I've been wanting to jump back in and play it. I just haven't. But the PlayStation VR 2 it's really neat. The eye tracking, oh my gosh, the eye tracking for it is so cool. And it's solid. Like, it's really responsive. The pass-through cameras, where it's got cameras on the outside of the headset, which show you everything around you like in black and white, is really neat and kind of trippy. It's really cool. But also, when you are getting set up to play, the cameras kind of project out and help you, because you have to like make sure the area that you're going to play in is safe and that you have enough distance, and so it will like lay out a grid, and you have to use that grid to kind of figure out, okay, this is your playing area, and you like have to spin around and move your camera all around and your headset all around to find it. And that was really cool because you can kind of see it laying down the geometry of everything. It was really neat. The like, that's one of those things where with VR, the setup experience is really cool. Because it has to go through all these like little things in order to make sure it's functional. And I just thought that was super neat. Burn, netherrack. Burn, 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 burn. Melt in the lava. Burn. Do it. Burn, burn.
Burn. Just do it. Just burn in the lava. Burn in the lava. There it is. Here it is. Burning in the lava now. Just burning. Burning in the lava. All this netherrack is just burning in the lava. It's fantastic.
Like, digging up in the nether is almost as dangerous as digging straight down in the overworld. Oh, it's so satisfying. all the quartz. Do I need to put some over here? Is that what needs to happen? Are they just coming down? Or are they spawning over here, maybe? Like, I feel like I am doing everything I can to keep you from spawning over here. Grabbing all the blockies. Look at all this good stuff. Look at all this good stuff. We did so much good stuff today. I feel like I got a lot accomplished. Got a huge swath of netherrack carved out. It has been kind of nice to just zone out and just dig blocks. Do you ever get that feeling where you just, like, you come to Minecraft just to kind of not disassociate so much, but just kind of spend time, like, there's something not cathartic, but there's just something about digging a hole. I don't know what it is, but, like, there's lots of, like, funny, like, memes of, like, you always know, like, a guy is happy when he can dig a hole. Like, you always know a guy's happy at the beach if, like, he can dig a hole in the sand and then show another guy, hey, look at this hole I dug. Like, there's just something about it. Like, there's a sense of accomplishment, even if it doesn't accomplish anything except making the hole. Like, the accomplishment is just the satisfaction of, I found something. I found a task that was completable. I could start and finish the task, have a clear, actionable, and executable outcome to this task. I'm gonna dig a hole. Like that is, there's just something about it. I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's like some psychological aspect to that, or even emotional aspect of like this executable task that I can achieve. All right, we are going to go back. We're going to take all this good stuff. We are going to leave all of you. Ooh, let's take this too. Okay. Look down, look up. Hop, 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 hop. I hopped. Burger. Oh, when it's raining. It's raining. All right, let's sleep. Sparkly water is so good. We don't need you specifically, or you, or you. We are going to put this leather here, put this here. But we are going to swap you over for fortune, and we are going to get ourselves some gold. Look at this. I've done a lot to this island. It's so weird to see the progression in this island. We've only really added one big building to the village, which was this. And it stands out now, but as we encroach into the village a little bit, we're going to add a little bit more to make it look a little bit more custom. Almost got you healed up. There we go. Look at all that gold. That's some good gold right there. Let's turn you into ingots. 40! Oh, that's beautiful. How many golden apples can we get? 5! Oh, man. Oh, that makes me happy. Ooh, I think we can turn... Oh, let's go do it. Let's go do it real fast. We can get the ones in here done. There's like 3, I think. 2, only 2. Okay. So let's do. There we go. Oh, there we go. Turn, turn, turn for me, my children. My children, turn for me. Do it. Convert. Change. Change. Church. Come on. Do it. You can do it. Change for me. Do it now. Change. My zombie villagers change. Change back to what you were. Farmers, for me. Change for me. Do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, do it. Do it, come on. You are taking too long. Just waiting. Change for me. Do it. Do it. Do it. You think you cannot change for me? Change for me now. Change now. Change now. Change now. Change now. Do it now. How about now? Change now. Do it now. Change now. Change now, now, or now. Change now. Change now. How about change now? Do it. Oh, almost. Change now. 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 Get ready for the change. Change. Change now. Change before my eyes. Before I realize. Before these eyes cries. And these tears dries. Change. Change. Do it. You should change. Change. Oh, there's one. Oh, one changed. One changed. 2 changed. Yeah. 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 And look at those prices. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. All right, we can do a couple of these now. There we go. Now we'll leave you fellas to it. I'm not going to hound you to change. Because you got this. Oh, look at my poor pickaxe. Ugh. I will heal these up off stream. So that means it must be time to find someone to raid. Who is streaming? Hi, it's Kai is streaming. Let's go see Hi, it's Kai. All right, while I type in this, make sure you go check me out on all my other socials over on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, here on Twitch. I also have a Discord. All at mMrRetro. That's mMrRetro. That's 2 M's, 2 R's, ETRO. Make sure you hit that raid button for Hi, it's Kai. She is amazing. She is awesome. Thank you guys again for watching. Bye-bye.